All right, we just wrapped up the first quarter of 2026, and the data is telling a story of a market that has finally caught its breath. Overall, we aren't seeing the frantic 48-hour bidding wars of 2022, but we aren't seeing a crash either. Today, we're going to dig into the real numbers, including why Southern Wake County has become the builder battleground and what a 50-day market means for your wallet. So let's get into it. Welcome back to the Dream Team Realty channel. I'm Sam Koch, and if you've been waiting for the great rebalancing of the North Carolina housing market, it's officially here, and I'm excited to dig into some of the numbers and try to make it not so boring and give you a broad picture of what's really going on here. So let's start with that big picture. The median sale price in Wake County for Q1 of 2026 held steady at $460,000. That's down almost 2% from this time last year and down about 4.3% from the peak in 2025. And our biggest headline here is going to be inventory. We currently have over 3,900 active listings in the county. That's a 12% jump in options for buyers compared to this time last year. And for the first time in nearly 6 years, the months of supply of inventory is near the 3-month mark. And when we talk about months of supply, that means how long it would take all the homes currently on the market to sell with no new homes being listed. So we are not in a full buyer's market yet. That usually takes around 6 months of supply, so more supply. But the seller's firm grip on the market has certainly softened, and we are quickly headed towards a balanced market, which is usually marked around the 4 months of inventory point. Okay, so let's talk about the pace of our market. I'm calling it 50 days and 15 showings. If you're selling a home right now, you need to adjust your expectations on timing. The median days on market in Wake County for Q1 of this year is now 50 days for resale homes specifically. If we factor in new construction into the mix, we're at 38. That's up 40% days on market from last year at this time, when we were looking at 27 being the average. Our showing to contract ratio is also important. In Q1, it took an average of 12 to 15 showings to land a solid contract on a home. For new construction, it was significantly less. Sellers, this means you have to keep that model home look for weeks, not days. And buyers, this means you actually have time to think. You can go home, you can sleep on it, and maybe even visit a second time before making an offer. So before we jump into what's going on with all the new construction in Southern Wake County, if you find any of this information helpful or want to continue to follow all of our content, be sure to like and subscribe to our channel. We're posting educational and informative new content every single week here on the Dream Team Realty Group channel. Okay, now let's head south. Southern Wake is where the most interesting action is happening. We're seeing a massive divide between established suburbs like Apex and the growth frontier in Fuquay-Varina. Apex is seeing a median sale price of $626,000 and 26 days on market. These are very established communities, and any new construction there is going to be infill or higher end custom builds in smaller numbers. And the buyer demand here is strong, with only 2.3 months of inventory right now, very much a seller's market, even with 243 new listings that hit the market there since February. And when we head out towards Fuquay, we run into the builder battle that is also affecting our resale listings. With a median sale price of $489,000 and the most builder and new construction activity in the county, Fuquay is seeing a much higher month's supply of inventory at 3.4. So it's really pushing up towards that buyer's market avenue. So buyers just have more options here, and they're definitely taking longer to make decisions. And that's generally going to hold true in any of our local areas where there's a lot of new construction options for buyers. It's a direct challenger to our resale homes that are on the market. Okay, so builders in Fuquay and Holly Springs are sitting on standing inventory, homes that are already finished or they're near completion. And to move these homes, they're offering things we haven't seen in years. We're currently negotiating significant amounts of flex cash for our buyers. So builders are using this money to buy down your interest rate. And an example of this is while the market's hovering around 6.3%, some builders are offering a 2-1 buy down that gets you into the 4% range for the entire first year that you own the house. So they're also throwing in move-in packages like refrigerators, blinds, washer dryers. Stuff like that was really unheard of during the boom of COVID. And a pro tip for you. for you. If you're looking at new construction, do not walk into that model home alone. The person at the desk works for the builder, no matter how great or nice they are. And you need the dream team to make sure you're getting the full incentive package available. Sometimes we can even negotiate an extra price cut on top of the rate buy down if the house has been sitting on the market for 90+ days. If we can't be with you for some reason, or you're just popping in on a weekend, just make sure you put our name down on their sign-in sheet. It's super simple. All right, y'all, what is the bottom line for Q1 of 2026? For buyers, you have leverage. Over 71% of homes sold under list price this quarter. And this is mainly due to sellers and agents pricing homes based on what's already in the rearview mirror and not looking ahead at what's happening in the market this week and even today. And for sellers, pricing is your only lever. It's your top priority. Overpricing is truly the killer of garnering top dollar for your home. In Q1 this year, homes sold on average at 96% of their original list price. This is not including after reductions, but actually looking at the initial price where the house went on the market day one. That's a hit of 4% on average and means many thousands of dollars out of your pocket. Wouldn't you rather list with a real pricing strategy out of the gate and not have to bank on losing that 4% at closing? I know I would. Okay, y'all, I'm gonna get off my soapbox now. All in all, the Wake County market is healthy, it's balanced, and it's full of opportunity if you know where to look. And I think it's also very important to mention here that truly everyone has become a real estate expert in 2026. If you scroll through your feed for 5 minutes, you'll find 3 people telling you the market's about to crash, 2 people are telling you it's the best time in history to buy, and your Uncle Bob at Sunday dinner is telling you what he thinks interest rates are about to do. So the problem with all of this is that these opinions are not data. There is a massive amount of fake news out there and sensationalist headlines that are designed to make you panic. At Dream Team Realty, we don't care about the noise or the latest viral crash theory. We care about the numbers and what we're seeing firsthand, day to day when we're out working in our local market. We're going to filter out the noise and look at the raw, hyper-local evidence so you can make a decision based on facts, not fear. And if you want a custom deep dive into your specific neighborhood, or you want us to go toe-to-toe with a builder for you, reach out to us. We are never too busy for your questions or your referrals. Our #1 priority is to guide your family home. Don't forget to like and subscribe to our channel. I'm Sam Koch. Thank you so much for watching, and we will see you next week.